1, 2. One, two. One, two. All right. Not that anyone's here. Here we go. Yeah. So this game is... Yeah, not what I expected.
Imagination.
I don't know.
Is cereal a kind of soup?
Let's just turn down the volume here for the audio.
Such enigmas are outside my purview.
Yeah, so...
That's why I stick to my fortes. Shooting and looking damn fine as I do it.
Yeah, so everybody... I... went through the campaign. I played with Rafa. I didn't really pay attention to the campaign because I plan on playing with all the characters. Yeah. This game is not what I expected it to be. There are... I mean, pros and cons to the game. I mean, the gunplay is cool. You know, it's like the other games. It's fun. The loot is still an issue. Not in terms of drops, but just in terms of, you know, it just seems like a watered down version of Borderlands 3, to be honest. I'm gonna stop saying fuck Just trying to collect my thoughts. It's... Yeah, I mean, I love the franchise, and I was expecting great things from this game, and I was hoping that they would implement new features, new mechanics. So let's just give you an example here. Okay, so the specializations, that's what you unlock when you, I think, get past the campaign or you reach a certain level. I'm not quite sure. So this is pretty much the same as Borderlands 3. When you get to the end game and you complete certain tasks or certain quests, certain things like that, and then you get to amplify and choose what you want, like increase energy, shield, gun damage, all these types of things. You can see here I'm level 12, I've increased my gun damage, and then you get 4 options, passive skills to choose from. So, you know, you can go down, obviously when you level these up, you can choose what you want, and then you put your passive points in here, and then these obviously add to your gameplay. This is similar to Borderlands 3. These are passives, so in terms of these, I think this is basically what you got in Borderlands 3, but you know, so it's almost the same kind of. I haven't really looked into it yet. The passives are new, so that's kind of a new feature. If we have a look at inventory, you can see here that this is also a new feature. So equipment your equipment has these different, if you want to say, abilities, and then what you have here is obviously if you find equipment with the same ability, then obviously it's going to rank up. So if I got 3 of these, then I'm going to get the max rank here. After reloading, gunfire rate is increased by 30% for 4 seconds. Alright. Now I don't know if these if you pick them up, because it seems like there's only one, you only get one. So let me just put, if I put this one in here, you can see that it comes with 1 rank. So I don't know if later on in the end game, or if on higher difficulties you get ones with 2 or 3 ranks. That would make more sense, you know. Instead of trying to find items with the same one, you could get one with 2 or 3 ranks depending. Excuse me. So the loot is still almost to a degree unmanageable, you know. It's same as Borderlands 3, same as Borderlands 2, you know. There's so much loot, so much information, that it's just, you know, you always just go, you know, when you're leveling up or whatever, in terms of just a standard issue playthrough, you just go for the highest DPS, whatever it is, and then you'll get to this enhancement, depending on what it is. So you hear, we can see here, for that of licensed parts have a 30% chance to add an extra projectile per shot. If you look at your weapons, you'll see for prefixes or suffixes, I don't know what you want to call these, that's a Daedalus part, Jacob's part, that's nothing, that's a legendary. We've got a Torg license part there, we've got an Order license part there, and then a Hyperion license shield. So that won't do us any good, because that's for Rippers. This is for Jacobs. We have Jacobs here, Torg, Hyperion, Order, Jacobs. So we don't have any tiered or licensed parts, I think. But the thing is, this gives me plus 19% gun damage. Sniper rifle critical damage, which I don't use a sniper rifle, and gun magazine is increased by about 40%. I don't know if these enhancements, if these are defaulted, so because what I've seen is that, so for a Ripper part, all the Ripper parts or enhancements I've seen is freeloader. Guns with Ripper license parts have a 30% chance to instantly refill its magazine when it's empty. So that seems like the default upgrade if your guns that you have equipped have a Ripper license part in it. But I mean, that's alright, I guess, you know. This one's, I would think this one's a little bit 30% chance for an extra projectile. That one's, you know, I think that one, in my opinion, is a little bit better than to refill its magazine, depending, I guess. Jacobs is cool because that's critical chance. That's always a no-brainer. But the thing is, you know, obviously you have to take into consideration these affixes. Let's call them just affixes. Gun splash damage, SMG, status effect, assault rifle magazine. That's shit, obviously. So I'm just going to put that in the bank. Shotgun damage, assault rifle accuracy. I guess that's cool. SMG status effect, ripper parts. But this one has the Oscar Mike ability. So I've got this extra one. So obviously I'm going to take this because this one's going to give me increased gun damage by 20% based on the emptiness of your gun's magazines. Obviously as your bullets run out, your gun damage is increased. Now, you know, there's so much loot in this game. You know, I've played all of the games in succession, including Tiny Tina's Wonderlands or whatever. You know, the melee combat in this game is still just the same as the other games, just average. I thought they would improve that, seeing as they went and they did like a Tiny Tina project and they had additional melee weapons. And I thought that they would perhaps implement that into this game because this character has, if we go skills, this ability here is, it uses knives. This is a melee skill. All of these skills are melee skills. And, you know, it just doesn't seem like the melee is, it's not tight. You know, like the gameplay in terms of the melee is not tight. It's same as the other games. Just average. Just okay, I guess. So now I've finished the campaign. I want to respec, you know, obviously in terms of, because, you know, I want to try different builds. This is the thing with these games. These are RPG games, you know, like you spend, how many hours do these developers expect you to put into a game for you to try different builds? You know, I think I've gone through the campaign out, it was about 50 hours or something like that or whatever. I didn't do many side quests, or I did some side quests, I can't really remember now. I just tried to run through it. You know, so let's have a look here, because, you know, this is an RPG. FPS RPG. Where is it now? Yeah, there's only one map. I mean, it seems, you know, like it's pretty large. You know, I haven't covered all the areas, but I finished the campaign. So now we just got bounties to do. I got the full edition. I don't think that the full edition is worth the money. I think that the normal price of the game in terms of like the base version or the base price of the game should include everything. I don't think in terms of the price that you pay for the full edition or for the deluxe edition is worth it, because it's just, it's, you know, like in the previous games, they even had Penn and Teller do a voiceover in terms of one of the missions, you know, in terms of one of the bosses and stuff like that. I didn't really listen to the campaign in terms of the voiceover, in terms of the voice acting, but I doubt that they had anything, any type of celebrity or something like that do any voiceovers. It just didn't, you know, it didn't reach the bar for me. Or it hasn't. The fights were cool, like the gunplay's cool and stuff, but it's just average. It seems like a bland version of the game. Let's try and have a look here for the respec. For the respec machine, because there's a respec machine and everything is like, in Borderlands 3 you had Sanctuary 3, which was a spaceship, and then obviously everything was, you just run around the ship and then everything's there. Now they've spread everything out here, you know, in terms of like Marcus's weekly legendary a vending machine. It's somewhere, out in the map somewhere. I've already gone to it. I can't remember where it is now.
Real long day.
It just seems very randomized, if I can use that term. I don't... there it is. So now in Borderlands 3, I can't remember, but you didn't need to use Iridium to respec. Oh, alright. I thought it used Iridium. When I... Well, it'll cost, and it's vague. Things are very vague. Yeah. Alright, because... Oh, respec specialization is 5,000. Okay, because in Borderlands 3, obviously you used currency to reassign skill points, and when it came to this mission, it didn't have... That didn't come up. I just thought... I just saw the Iridium price there, so... Yeah, no, why would I want... Okay, so splash damage, that's why we would take splash damage here. You know, I've tried these all out. They are... While Peacebreaker cannons are active, Rafa and his allies regenerate ammo into their magazine. Rafa's Peacebreaker cannons deal bonus incendiary damage based on how full his gun is, and his turrets shoot exploding bullets while his magazine is full. Press F while Peacebreaker cannons are active causes Rafa's shots to consume no ammo, but causes his action skill duration to drain faster. This is, yeah, this turret one is average. This one is not cool because you can't aim, like like the enemies move and then it swells and you throw the grenade past them. This one's also, this is average, this is average. I've used these all. It's like this one is like the standard issue one is the best one. I don't know how we get this capstone slot. I haven't reached that level yet, or the ability to unlock it. I don't know how you do that. Why would I want to increase the damage I take? Action skills deal bonus corrosive damage. Grants movement speed, so that's 10, and then I've got 3 left. Yeah, if anyone's out there, you can sell, reload speed is always cool, but yeah, fire rate is fine, but then you need reload speed as well. Because your bullets are going to drain faster, obviously. I would have to say, let's try bonus corrosive damage. This gun damage we have now in specialization. Plus 10%. So I don't want to waste that. I'd rather have bonus corrosive damage. Movement speed, I used this one prior to that. It's alright, I guess. But I mean, you know, like you get sucked into, like, depending on the abilities you use and the guns you have and the abilities those guns have. Like, I've got this one gun with this ability. It causes, when the enemy dies, it causes a void and you get sucked into it. So this is useless, basically, if you're using the skill and you get sucked into it. So we're gonna go with this one. Yeah, obviously we're gonna take skill damage and gun damage, or this one. Killing freezes overdrives duration. Skill damage and gun damage. Alright. Yeah. And then the customization, this seems similar. It's you know, like let's have a look at the vehicles. So in Borderlands 3, you had choices of different vehicles. You could find parts for them. You could customize them. Now, oh, all right. I didn't even see this. Oh wow, that's something new. Cool. Vehicle select. Overdrive? Yeah, so this is also pretty cool. I thought maybe you could get to upgrade your weapons on this. In this version of the game. We'll talk about weapons now. The paint jobs always just seem like alright. Sure, let's use that one. Oh, this is the loot is still in a. I can't believe in. This is the 5th game, and they have iterated on it. You know, in terms of smoothness. You know, gunplay, mobility, stuff like that. But I thought, you know, let's have a look at the body. Look at this. That's it. You know, it's and this is the deluxe edition. So, I mean, I don't even know what you get because this just seems like a complete game to me. There doesn't seem to be anything extra in here. So I don't even know what they lock out of the base edition if you purchase that one. Yeah, skills we've done. So this is what I'm currently using. So let's talk about gear. Let's have a look here. Now we have to find it now. Where was it? Everything is like spread out over this whole map. It's so not confusing, but I mean, you're not going to remember where everything is unless you play this consistently. Looking for... Is it at Arcadia? Legend? We're using Zane's musician munitions vending machine. That's what we're looking for. No. Firmware transfer machine. This is it. So a square with a... You know, this is... Everything just seems so out of place. Here. Now how are you supposed to... You know... Why must I fast travel to a certain location just to do one thing? doesn't make any sense. And then you have to run. Let's see if I can find. I don't even know where it is. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me, right? Yeah, there. Okay, there it is. You have to zoom all the way in to find this. Okay, now we have to use our navigation system. So let's take a look at this. In the Borderlands, the pre-sequel, what you would do is they had a mechanic where you would put in 3 of the same types of guns. I think it was this also the same 3 types of rarities, and then it would spit out another gun of that type, maybe of a better rarity. I can't remember the specifics, but that's how it was. Now let's look here. This is a transfer machine which allows you to transfer abilities from one piece of gear to another piece of gear. So, you know, kind of like most modern games have a system like this. But have a look at this. It only allows you to adjust your gear, not your weapons. I don't understand, in a looter-shooter based FPS, why we aren't allowed to remove the parts or extract the parts from the weapons. So let me give you an example. Let's go back to inventory. Okay, so look, let's look here. Okay, so we can see here that this has 2 affixes, Hyperion licensed amp shield, and then Ripper. Ripper, Hyperion licensed grip, Torque licensed impact magazines. Why, in the 5th iteration of the game, which is now 16 years old, the company has, this franchise has been going for 16 years, and yes, and if you play the games back to back, you'll see how they actually iterate on the game and make it better. But in 16 years, I don't understand why some features like this has not been implemented. It's such a shit show to go through loot. It's so time consuming that you, most of the time, you just sell everything and you go for something with the highest DPS until you really find something that's kind of worth keeping, and it's just not worth your time in terms of going through everything. I don't understand why we can't extract these affixes, alright? And then use them in the machine and add them or subtract them to a certain type of weapon. So let's say purples. You know, and then it has some sort of, you know, max limit, you know, depending. You have these abilities which are new, alright, in terms of the mechanic, but everything else, there's so much information here. I don't understand why they would allow you to transfer. So let's have a look at this one. So I'm going to put this in here. So it's going to, gun damage is increased by 19%, and then let's have a look at shotgun damage is increased by 19%, and then you get this. Okay. So you can only transfer the skill. And this is really, it doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Why wouldn't you allow us to transfer the affixes? And why is there only one like enhancement type? Like Ripper licensed parts have a 30% chance to instantly refill. Why is there only one type of enhancement for a specific manufacturer? Why are there not 2 or 3? I mean, I don't know how difficult this is, but I mean, in terms of the base game, this seems very bland. Why can't I do this with weapons? Why is there not a way to, you know, there's just so much going on here in terms of the loot, just like the other games. It's not. I don't know what they were thinking. I really don't. You know, like, why can't we remove these affixes for the gun, and then save them and collect them, or or have one, or whatever? Maybe you can just have one. If you extract these affixes, you can just have one of each, because even in Borderlands 3, if you go to the guns, so let's inspect the gun here. Why? In Borderlands 3, you could actually see the parts that they used. That's not available anymore. Customization takes you to the screen. So I don't understand. In Borderlands 3, you could actually see the parts used on the guns. So you could see the magazine, the handle, the barrel, and stuff like that in terms of what parts they use. So Borderlands 3 is like more flushed out in this game, and people hated Borderlands 3. I don't know why. Maybe because of you can say the DEI, or all that type of stuff, or whatever it was. But in terms of the game, I think was more flushed out than this. You can drop your comments in the chat if there's anyone out there, but I know that there's fucking no one, so. It would have been cool to be able to extract the affixes and then add them to a gun. Not a legendary, but maybe a purple or a blue, take inspiration from other games. Expand on the game, iterate on it. This is the 5th edition of the game, basically. There aren't any melee weapons. This guy has melee skills. If I choose these skills here, these are melee skills, and the melee's shit in terms of like the actual feel of the melee combat. It's not worth the price. It's actually quite depressing, because I really love the franchise. I've actually, I wanted to, start content production, or whatever you want to call it, because of this game, and, because I love the other games, and I thought, this is going to be, hopefully going to take everything from what they learned, and they're going to expand on it and have new mechanics. The only new mechanic is a glide, basically, I think. If I'm not mistaken, I can't really remember. It's been a couple of months since I played Borderlands 3 and Borderlands 2 and etc, etc. But I finished them all with all the characters. It's just... it's not fucking what it should be. It's... I don't know, it's... yeah, it's just, and I don't even know if I want to stream this game. Just give me a minute here. Yeah, it's actually made me quite fucking upset, if you can put it to, I mean, I wouldn't say upset, just disappointed to a large degree. Very disappointed. You know? I mean, I don't know if they put so much effort into all these random side quests and collecting all these like little collectibles and all these things. You know? That's for SEU, you know, to increase your SEU. There's another ecolog, you know. They should have focused more on the guns, on the affixes, in terms of, you know, making that feature available. I think, why would you make a feature where you can fucking extract or transfer abilities, but you can't transfer them or do anything with the affixes for guns, because there's so much loot that you have to pick up all the time. It's just always go for the highest DPS or go for a legendary, and eventually you find shit that goes together. You know? Sorting out the inventory is a fucking mess. Sorting out your backpack is a fucking mess. You know, you would think in the 5th iteration of the game that they would clean this up. Yeah, this is really not what I expected. And the characters are also, I mean, Lilith, spoiler, Lilith, like you find Lilith, so she's in the game. Amara, I think she's a siren. She was in number 3, but she was a kid there. I don't know if it's the same one. I wasn't really paying attention to the campaign. I just wanted to check out. I wanted to get to the in game and see what it's like, and see, like, get an overview for the vibe of the game. And it's just not what it fucking should be. Not for the price, not for the 5th iteration of the game, not for anything like that. You know, it's like, at least the characters in Borderlands 3 and Borderlands 2 and stuff, there's charisma for the characters, you know, like, it's bland. It's you know, it's like a bland fucking carrot smoothie for Borderlands 4. You know, they could have taken iterations from Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, you know, given you melee weapons, you know, or melee weapons that you could slot onto your actual guns and stuff like that. They could have iterated on it, but you know, it's that typical corporate vibe. Just get the fucking game out. Let's make some new money. Charge a shitload, $100 or $150. I don't know what the fuck, how much I paid for the deluxe edition, because obviously I was gonna get, like, it's a no-brainer. Just like Diablo 4, you know, they fucked me there too. Blizzard, you know, a deluxe edition. That game is still in a, you know, like, they fucked that. I love that franchise. Fuck that franchise up for me as well. Building aside about that, it's just not the vibes. This ain't it. I mean, like, the gunplay is fun and everything. Let's have a look here. Okay, cool. So you can choose your different rides and you can customize them and stuff in terms of speed and mobility. So that, I guess they wanted to change that around. That's kind of fine or whatever. Paint jobs and stuff, that's also fine. But it just also seems like it's just a, you know, just no effort. Because this is in Borderlands 3, you know, like all this, like, this is just standard issue. This is standard issue. Weapon, you know, if I want to customize my weapon, this is standard issue. Borderlands 3 vibes, whatever. You know, the only thing that they have here is vehicle select. Okay, so they have in Borderlands 3, they had just a couple of vehicles, so you have more choice here. Okay, so but I mean, I don't like this is just a different kind of a chassis. You know, otherwise it's like the same vibe. You know, I don't know how long this takes to build, but I mean, fuck sakes, people. You know, this is like a bland version of Borderlands 3, kind of, you know, with some upgrades in different areas. Not that anyone's fucking watching, because no one, because I'm, you know, like, I'm a nobody and whatever, but I mean, I don't know what you get in the base game, but this just seemed like like a standard edition for me. This is the deluxe edition. I mean, and this is it. This is the map. You know, okay, cool. So I go here, I get XP, I get some dollars, and then I either get a green or a purple. All right, cool. And then, so you either spend most of your time sorting through fucking loot and selecting it as junk because there's just, you know, too much to go through and it's too much information. And okay, here again, let's have a look here. Here's another fucking complaint. Here, enhancements. We can see here that's +5, +1, +1. To what? Obviously to your skills, but then I have to go to skills here, and then I have to try find what the fuck that is. Passive. Whenever activates ordnance or whatever, there's so much bullshit that you have to like drag your ass through, that it's so time consuming. It's like, when can I play the fucking game? And is this active? So is this active now? Or do I need, you know, because I don't know if this is active or if you need this tree to be down here for this to be active. You know, is this active? Or is it locked? Because it looks like it's locked, but I've got 5 out of 5. So, you know, how the fuck do you tell? Like, they don't tell you. So if we go back to inventory, enhancements, these are all blue again. And these are red. So let's take this one. Two out of 5. Do you have to select it? Because this is, you know, like, is this working? How do you know if this is fucking working? Must I put a point in here for this to work, and then I get 3, and then it actually adds the +2? How the fuck do I know if this is on or not? It's retarded. It's so fucking retarded. So let's go back here. +1, +2, +1, +3. And then you have to try and fucking memorize what these are here. Kind of a vibe. Yeah, 1. Here's 1. Do I get this? Ricochet chance, 7. Is this on? Is this on? Or do I have to select these? Yeah, cheap views on stream. I don't need to get banned for fucking bots, bruv. Move. That's a bot anyway. I don't know. This game, it's not. This is like a you know, like a. It's like Borderlands 3, kind of with kind of different mechanics, but kind of shitter, kind of better, kind of not really. And then it still came out with bad performance, and you still had those obscure comments by the by I think it's the CEO. I don't know, Randy. I think it is. You know, he's like, oh, you'll find a way. Like real fans will find a way to like buy the game and shit. Okay, it's cool. I'm a real fan. I bought the game. It's fucking average compared to the other games. You know, like yeah, it's number 4, but I mean, you know, why don't you take inspiration from the other games and expand on that? This section is from Borderlands 3. You just added passives here. Nothing special. Skills, nothing special. Same as Borderlands 3 vibes, you know, similar. Inventory, shit. You can't, you know, like how the fuck must I read everything here? You know? What? I can't even select this. This is so retarded. Retarded is the word I need to use. You know, yeah, I don't, it's, and the thing is, you know, like, this is, I don't know how long the campaign takes or whatever, but it's tens of hours, you know, and then you still don't know when you get to the end game. There's still no solution for loot sorting. You know, it's like single. You know, I can't select everything. You know. I don't know. This is not the vibe. This is not the vibe. I mean, I think there's like over 150 echo logs and shit or whatever, you know? Or something like that. I mean, where the fuck is effort in the like in the guns? In the fucking guns. This is like yeah, I know it's quite fucking it's frustrating. It's retarded. It's you know, this is my first. This is my my introduction to online content and streaming. So, excuse me if I don't articulate like how I want to phrase what I want to say correctly in terms of the pros and cons and issues with the game. But I mean, this is fucking ridiculous. You know, zoom to enable gun shields, fire sticky gyro jets that explode on reload when switching modes, which increases explosion damage by 8% each. This is like when Diablo 4 launched and you just have fucking slop affixes everywhere. It's just same vibe now. It's like just like a load of shit. You just go for DPS and like accuracy, and then, you know, depending on what you like to use, that's it. You know, in terms of, because Mellow One, that's like status effect and stuff like that. Jacobs is critical hit. We know this from the other games. Order. I think this is a new one. I can't remember. This is can charge up to 5 multiple rounds at once. I mean, I'm streaming this to nobody, and this is fucking, you know, not wasting my time, but I mean, it's not even enjoyable. Yeah, Space Marines 2. If anyone's listening, don't buy this game. Go buy Space Marines 2. Warhammer. I'm getting really into Warhammer, and I've, like, I wanted to build a whole content theme marketing vibe around Borderlands because I really love this franchise, and I thought number 4 is coming out, it's going to be very cool, let's go and, and try and do this vibe or whatever, stream it, play it, make videos for it or whatever. There are already videos out in terms of, how to do missions, how to do everything. I just think this is not the game I expected. So it's either you spend most of your time trying to sort through the loot and you don't even look through it. It's either junk or bank, and when you like when you're going through the game, like you just upgrade your weapon, so everything's junk anyway. And then you spend most of your time either sorting through your loot or driving around, trying to, obviously unlock the fast travel stations, which is fine. But then, you can't even upgrade the weapons on your fucking hovercraft. Why not? Why can't you get weapons for your hovercraft? Like, why can't I attach, a gun to my or something like that to the hovercraft? Like, this is Borderlands. This is an FPS. If you want us to ride around this, not open world, but or whatever you want to call this, semi-open world. I mean, let's just take a look here. Let me just travel to somewhere that's not fucking in the middle of nowhere. This is retarded. This is fucking retarded. Let's just travel here. And then I'm streaming this, nobody's even fucking watching. I mean, this is this is fucking retarded. I mean, because the enemies scale with you. See there, 37. So let's jump on this fucking hovercraft here.
Quit putting holes in my ride!
You would think that a Gatling gun... That's just a standard issue, dude. Now check here. Now let's just jump off of here. Let's choose a fucking pistol. Oh, that's... Okay. I have to choose another pistol. Okay. That's an assault rifle. Now, your hovercraft has 2 Gatling guns on it. Why can't I upgrade these? This is the 5th iteration of the game.
Taking fire!
They made it like exactly the same as Borderlands 2, Borderlands 3. It's exactly the same, basically. At least in, like in Borderlands 3, you could use rotating discs. You could launch those. You had rockets. Okay, here you have rockets as well. But otherwise it's just rockets and then a Gatling gun. And a Gatling gun, you got 2 of these, and you're telling me that it's less effective than an assault rifle? It doesn't make any fucking sense. And then you're also telling me that you can't upgrade it. Vehicle, paint job. Okay, cool, paint job. Okay, back? Where the fuck is back? Hover drive? Okay, you have this. Boost. Why don't they put in here Jacobs? Okay, sweet Jacobs. Why don't they add something here like Jacobs. Okay, if this is a Jacobs one, then the assault the assault cannons have a more critical hit chance. Daedalus, whatever that property is for that manufacturer, why don't you get that ability? You know, why don't they add that to this? What the fuck is this? What the actual fuck? It's really fucking frustrating. I mean, Ripper, you know, acceleration. Yeah, this one's even boost. This one's better overall. What? F apply. I use a combination. I use a controller, but then the keyboard's easier. The keyboard is easier to navigate, and no one's even watching this. It's this is fucking retarded. Fucking hate these guns where you have to, and I don't even have another one. Of course I don't. Of course. How do I know if these are working? How do I know if this is working? Is this working? Because this is 0 and then it says plus 15%. So this one says plus 4. So does that mean it's on? Because this one is plus 40, this one's, and then this one's off, but it's plus 15 and it's orange. I mean, what the fuck is going on here? I mean, this is my favorite. Well, I mean, fuck. You know, FPS franchise in terms of the gunplay, the loot, the RPG vibes. I just thought that they would make it better. They've made it like more bland in certain instances. I mean, and then you spend your time on your craft here, riding around. I mean, like, a game is supposed to be relaxing. It's supposed to be escaping. It's supposed to be fun. I'm not saying that the game isn't fun. I mean, it's fun, but I mean, for 16 years and iterating on a game, and then you put the same shit in for the 5th edition of the 5th game. Look here. Look at this. Come on, bruv. I want to be able to You know, if I'm driving this thing, I want to be able to upgrade these weapons so I can, you know, drive and shoot as well. Why not? You had vehicles in the game since number 1. Why can't we upgrade our fucking weapons? Look at this. Look at this shit show. Look at that. With an SMG. Yeah, I'm not using aim assist, so forgive me.
Boundaries, folks! It ain't rocket surgery.
And then these things, with these armor plates on them, these things are ridiculous. Because you can't check it, you have to blow off like the pieces of iridium, and then they respawn as well. Sometimes you can't fucking kill these things. During the campaign, I had to run past some of them. I mean, yeah, it's a co-op game, but I mean, some, you know, like, some people don't have any fucking friends, you know? Look at this shit. And where's my fucking... Where's the explosion vibe? I don't understand. Like, I had... When I killed something, there was like an explosion and there was like a ripple to it. So what the fuck is going on now? Yeah, it's just, I mean, look at this dude. You're gonna we shoot him, nothing will happen to him. I mean, what the fuck is this? If you don't hit those things specifically off of him in time and nail him, look there. What the fuck, dude? I mean, that's the ability. Look at this. You can't even, you don't even know where those pieces of iridium are. How close do you have to fucking get? No, dudes. No, this is not the vibe. Really. And the characters were, you know, like, really, like, the characters in the other games, they, like, had charisma. There was, like, a... It just seems like this is just a fucking bland version of Borderlands. Like, let's get the game out. Let's charge $130 and make some fucking money. And then they take how many years to make it? No, dude. This isn't the vibe, man. You have glide. They put glide in, and then you can also... Fuck off here, bruv. Look at the shit. I don't know what skill I had, but when it was, it fills the magazine. There was like an ability I had, self-replicating, no, rip grenade, teleport. Here, on kill spawns missiles at home in nearby enemies and deal 2,000 damage. But caused an orb. I don't understand. Oh, or maybe that was the wild card mission specifically. Maybe I got extra abilities from that, but they don't tell you. because when I did the wildcard mission and I killed an enemy, then it would spawn like a pull-in orb. You know, like a purple orb that drags everything into it. Into the middle of it. So I don't know if that was part of the wild mission, you know, and that's obviously not part of this now. Everything's fucking vague and like bland, and I mean it's Borderlands, you know. Now I'm really getting into Warhammer. This is a fucking shit show. For the price, for what you get, it's not worth it. I mean, you can get the whole. I got the whole collection for like, I think it was $50 or $70. You know, 1, 2, 3, all the DLC, the season passes, everything. It's much. It's like it's infinitely better. The loot is still a shit show. Not that it's bad, that it's not manageable. And it's not... I mean, you're gonna spend half your time on your fucking hovercraft, not being able... I mean, why put the fucking guns on here?
Diver, don't
Look here.
Shields. This thing has shields, right?
Look at this. Why fucking put the guns on there? If a submachine gun... can outperform it. What are the point of the fucking guns on the hovercraft? What is the point? Hey, look at that. Yeah, so that's my. I mean, I actually made notes here. In terms of my playthrough when I was going through it, but there was so much shit wrong with this. Melee combat is shit. Rougher melee ability is a jump hit, which means it's like it's not like attack, it's like a lunge attack, and you can't like get your direction and your momentum, and sometimes you jump past the enemy. Like I said, Tiny Tina had melee weapons. Why don't they put some sort of melee attachment to the guns or something like that in the game? Why don't they add that as a feature? The quest markers don't line up when you use your quest marker on this. Sorry. This navigation system, wherever you're going, sometimes it fucks up and it doesn't show you where to go properly. It shows you a shitty route to take sometimes. Oh yeah, the ADS, like in terms of the graphics. So this one is okay. Some of the guns that you get, like with the ADS, you can't see anything. Like you go to ADS, it's just... Dude! So like, this is okay, but look at the size of that thing. Check this one. This one's okay. But I got some SMGs. This one's also okay. This one's also okay, but I got some SMGs that, you know, they were like this shotgun, but there's just shit everywhere and you can't even see what you're shooting. Mission information is vague. That's another one to put. I can't really remember that. Quest markers don't work when you're at a location. I can't really remember that one. Oh yeah, sometimes you can't see the enemies because they blend into the background, and when you're doing missions with friendlies, you don't know who the fuck you see there. So that's a friendly because you see there Benedict. But then, if you go, let's go here. What a shit show. So when you run around through the campaign and you're with your colleagues or friendly NPCs, you start shooting him because you don't know who the fuck is who.
What do I owe this special?
And then they blend into the fucking background as well. Look at this. The melee is so shit. This is the it's not a melee game. It's Borderlands. It's a looter shooter. I can hear, you know, like if this had like 1 million views, I could see the comments now, and that's fucking retarded. I mean, yes, it's Borderlands, but iterate on the game, make it better. You have 4 other games with the exact same fucking mechanics. This is 16 years down the line. It's literally like the same bland game with like a few extra features that, and then you can like, okay, sorry, my bad. Let's see something that we can like pick up and throw.
Almost didn't see you there.
And how do I know if those seals are working? In terms of the enhancements. You see that's what it did prior. So why is it only doing it sometimes now? This is so retarded.
The best you got?
Look at this. You shoot at a dude and then it launches rockets fucking behind him. Really? Must you get up close?
Best watch where you're looking.
Alright, so I guess if you get very close to it, then it's fine. Otherwise, it launches into the air, then it fucking misses.
Subtle. I like it.
I mean, the gunplay is fun, and like the sliding is the same as Borderlands 3. Jumping is the same, except you know we have a double jump now and then a glide. So ooh, wow, thanks. 5 years for that. Oh yes, and then we can do this.
Well,
Ooh.
looks like we got us a city slicker.
So they have improved in terms of like because of that a mechanic they've been able to add more verticality to the game, which is cool. Yes, so we can do this now. Oh my god. I mean, it's... I mean, from the movie, what a fucking shit show. I haven't watched that, and I don't ever intend to. I mean, they fucked that up. I mean, what the fuck is going on? and then you have to wait like 10 seconds for these things to explode. It should be like a 2-second max limit. You know? Look there. Look there. Is it gonna explode, huh? You know what? I mean, this is my favorite FPS franchise. Yeah, I mean, this is all fun and well, you know, like, you know, okay, sweet, we're in the action now, you know, blah, 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 blah. Level up, specialization 14 or whatever. Look at this motherfucker. You know, but otherwise it's, you know, in terms of the DLC, the stories of Borderlands 2, like the DLC for that, you get to meet that, I can't remember his name, the dude in number 3 who's the half naked, and he runs around and he joins like the raiders. Yeah, and then this shit, like, you have to go and drop this shit, into a... Oh my god. This is so fucking ridiculous. Here. Oh, I don't have it. Okay, where is it? Because you can't walk with it. Where is it now? It doesn't, like, it doesn't hold in your backpack. So you have to, like, throw it up there? Did I throw it too far now? I mean, how retarded is this? How much fucking time do you want me to waste? Look at this. All right. Where's my shit now? See, it's just like random weapons, you know, like RNG random weapons. You know, if it's so the same, and it's not the same. It's, I really thought. Okay, now what the fuck? And then you slam. You would think that you could at least upgrade your slam or something so it could do some AoE damage. It's total bullshit. There's nothing, there's no... It's just like another bland version of the fucking game for like more money. What? It's a total ripoff. And I love this franchise. I mean, my name's Baron von Volt, or my pseudonym, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know? No one's watching, so who gives a fuck, really? What a fucking disappointment. I mean, really. I mean, I play, obviously, PC games to escape and relax, you know? Get away from the real world, you know? Have some fun. Enjoy the games that I enjoy. You know? What the fuck have they done here? Like, the gunplay is cool, yeah, that's cool. I mean, you've had 16 years to iterate to iterate on it, and you've made it smooth, and it's really fun, and it's really cool, like, in terms of using the guns, but I mean, that's not the only fucking part of the guns. In terms of, you know, like, in terms of the mechanics, you have all the affixes. Can't we upgrade them? Can't we change them? Why is it always RNG? Why can't we manage our fucking loot? This is like Diablo vibes. D4 bad. B for bad. D for bad, B for bad. Oh my god, there's the meme. B for bad and D for bad. We're dead. I mean, it's fun, but I mean, I expected more. I expected much more. I mean, the other guy, in terms of other character, has also melee weapons. Why the fuck are there no melee weapons to collect in this game? Don't tell me that Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is like a off spin. So that's not part of Borderlands, because Tiny Tina is in all the fucking Borderlands games. She's like main characters. You do quests with her. You know, you run around with her. She teaches you shit. Like, she's the main character in the other games. So even though that game is an off-spin, you know, and the guys at Gearbox made that game through COVID or something, or whatever it was, because, like, you know, like, I keep up to date with the games, and because this is one of my favorite franchises. Why didn't they implement that shit into this game and expand on the game? This is like, it seemed like a cash grab. And, you know, good on you. Like, if you love the game and it's a cool game for you and you're having fun, all the power to you, you know. But I played all the games in succession, you know, like, they got me through, like, a point in my life where I needed to escape, and I finished them in December. I played one after the other. Borderlands 2, Borderlands, the pre-sequel, Borderlands 3, and then Borderlands 1. And I completed all of them. All the characters got to the end game or whatever. I didn't, you know, go in... Excuse me. In terms of the end game, I only got so far in terms of certain characters, you know. Like, I only took them so far, and then I'm like, okay, sweet. You know, like, I've had enough now. And then Borderlands, like, the movie came out, and then I didn't watch that because that's a fucking shit show. Like, the cast was horrible. You know, why would you cast, you know, A-list actors that don't fit the role of the actual characters that are within the game that's been spanning a franchise for 16 fucking years? Why would you do this? Why would you do this? I don't know if I'm finished ranting or not, because this is just so unbelievable that I'm confused to a degree. I'm actually fucking confused. You know, this shit is all the same. Don't tell me that the code is different, that the engine is different, and then the dude, this is cell shading, and then they don't even figure out performance, and like, oh, if you don't have a computer, you must know the limitations of your PC and shit. You know, like, what the fuck, dude? I mean, and then you don't even add mechanics to the game that are beneficial. Wow, I can, like, skip terrain. Okay, that's cool. You know, what about the fucking loot? Look at this shit show. Look at this. Same vibes. Same vibes as the other games. Torg license impact magazine. Fires that explode on impact. Okay, let's see that one. Let's see rewards. Okay, just cosmetics or whatever it is. Paint job. Sniper rifle. I don't use sniper rifles yet because I'm still learning to play with the controller without aim assist. Healing. Okay, 500 plus healing. Heart. Like, what does that mean? Because that says 1,582 healing. And then 500... what is that? Because it says there 582 over 6 seconds? This one says nothing. So what the fuck does that mean? This is like, Russian nesting doll inside of like a Chinese puzzle box. Trying to figure out what the fuck is going on here. Dude, and oh my god. And it's the same vibe with the other games. Every time you play a character, you pick up shit for other classes. Why would I even consider this? Why? If it's blue, why? 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 This is like Diablo loot vibes. Diablo 4 loot vibes. Why would I consider this? Junk. Type. Handgun. That's shit. Alright. Assault rifle. No, we've got our assault rifle. Oh my god. This is a handgun. Where's a handgun? Where's the handgun? Let's tag that. And I mean, I guess I should figure out a way to tag my stuff. The order. Assault rifle. 1,300. For the gun's other mode, Pair of Thieves. On kill grants 100% damage for the gun's other mode and refills its magazine. What the fuck is the gun's other mode? Look at this. Why am I looking at this? I can't. It's too much. It's too much. Hyperion license, grip, ripper. This is, I got Theodore here, so who gives a fuck? This makes no difference. Ripper, junk. Or must I keep it? Must I put this in the vault and then go and sift through my vault and all my enhancements and then try and pair everything together? Why doesn't this show you what this pairs with? You know, in terms of enhancements. Can't they add that feature and functionality in the game? I mean, what the fuck, people? I'm so tired of accepting garbage. Jesus. I mean, this is my time off. I mean, whatever. Junk. Who cares, you know? Junk. Whatever. Junk. Junk. I mean, why would I take this over a legendary? You know, I don't know what it does, but who gives a fuck, you know? Legendary. Junk. I need a new pistol. Specializations. What are we taking? We're taking fucking gun damage, obviously. And then we're going to take this one. And then we're going to move to gun reload speed and accuracy, obviously. Melee damage. Why would we take melee damage if... Yeah, whatever. How do I know if... skill specializations? Yeah, and then you have to travel. No, people, this is fucked up. Really, I don't know who the fuck. I don't know QA, the devs, the management. I don't know what the fuck you're thinking. And I really wanted to endorse this game. I really wanted to, make a brand out of this shit. What a fucking letdown. And then what they'll do is they'll come out with, ooh, look at the new DLC, ooh, look at the new this and the new that, and then you have to, ooh, the season pass, and then you have to pay more money for the same shit, and it's like, no, what the fuck? No, really, I'm so tired of complaining, but I just see shit every single fucking day. I can't swing a cat without hitting something that's fucking retarded, and that's from Boondock Saints. Go watch that movie, good movie. I mean, who gives a fuck about a piece of loot? It's... Did I go up here? This is like another Diablo 4 vibe. Oh, we can't because we load everybody's stash tab in the world. Everyone's stash tab is loaded. Just make a MVP, minimal viable product or whatever, and then just charge a fucking shitload because the franchise has like name power to it, like Nike or whatever. People will buy it, and then and fuck them, basically. Fuck the customers. Why can't I upgrade my fucking weapons? If I can't upgrade the weapons on this gun, what is the point? Look at this. Why put them on here?
Put your neck into it!
You see there, I just shot a friendly. Another friendly. Friendly.
That one's dusted.
I mean, am I supposed to ride around and do all these random side missions and then like increase levels and... I mean, don't get me wrong, like it's typical Borderlands vibes, like the fun's there and stuff, but I just really thought they would iterate on the game. Why would you make games with different mechanics in terms of the same franchise and an off-spin and then not implement and improve those mechanics, making an overall better game that'll just rock the shit out of everything? I'm so fucking tired of complaining about bullshit. No, Space Marines. If you got cash to spend, go buy Space Marines 2. Fuck this game. I'll still make content. I mean, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do because I want to build a whole brand around this, and this is just shit. It's not shit, but I don't know. I don't know. It's like the emphasis of the game was in the wrong place. It's like a typical dev vibe, like the devs focus on the wrong things. Look at this. Oh. Yay, okay, wow, thanks for that. Okay, so, wow, now we can jump, okay, and then glide, okay, into a rock, because... Alright? you know. I mean, really? I mean, people work hard for their fucking money, man. I should learn to articulate my thoughts better, but it's, you know, like it's been a while since I've tried to express my thoughts through words in terms of vocalizing through discourse and conversation over basically speaking to nobody. So excuse me for this, but I mean, this is a shit show. I mean, nothing has changed. Like, it must be the same engine. Just like, okay, sweet, let's just, you know, did it take them 5 years to make a map and add like simple mechanics like double jump and glide? You know, and add you know, some different paint jobs, and it makes no fucking sense to me. It makes no fucking sense. Look at this. 68. No, really. If there's a Borderlands 6, they can fuck right off. You know, like, I really endorsed Borderlands 1, 2, 3, the pre-sequel. Even Tiny Tina's Wonderlands was, you know, like, was okay. You know, like, they tried something different, you know. It was a bit, you know, political, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, or whatever, you know. Blah, 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 you know, because these games are for... You know, a first-person shooter, it's typically like the majority of the players will be males, adult males, you know, like with, you know, like a large majority of genres of video games, except for obviously ones that cater to women specifically. You know, FPS games typically cater to men. So...
all day.
Yeah, I don't know. This is just fucking depressing. And
hey, violence! This should be fun for a few seconds. Enemies in range, ready to engage. Well, what have we here? Fresh target.
you can't see the characters, they blend into the fucking background.
Here come the fireworks.
What the fuck, bruv? Come on. You see, these fucking things, you gotta... I mean, it's fun, you know, like, game's fun. Like, if you guys haven't experienced Borderlands 1, 2, or 3, or Tiny Tina's Wonderland or whatever, I would suggest getting like that ultimate Pandora's box, I think it's called, on Steam or whatever, you know, where it gives you like all the games. Wait until that's on special and get that and play that. It's got all the DLC, it's got great characters, it's got the only thing it doesn't have is like a double jump, or maybe it even does. I can't even remember, but otherwise it's just a double jump and a glide, and then this mechanic where you like, can pull yourself up. Otherwise, basically everything's kind of the same, except those games are flushed up. They've got DLCs, they've got great characters in them for the most part. You know, they're interesting. You remember them. They're memorable. This is fucking... And the reason I'm playing it is because I'm learning to use a controller, and I'm trying to... as a, you know, just something for me to do with my spare time as a hobby, trying to learn how to play with the controller without aim assist, you know, trying to figure that out if it's possible and how good you can be in terms of comparing that with a mouse and a keyboard, because I've been playing with a mouse and a keyboard most of my life, or all of my life actually. So I got a controller, and I wanted to see if it's possible to get to a degree where you don't need to use aim assist. So, excuse me if my aiming is shit and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in terms of my control sometimes, but I figured as I'm getting older it would be easier to use a controller, because using a Tartarus or a keyboard with a mouse, it's just...
Get to meet anyone who can outsmart the bullet.
It's just, I don't know, it's, you know, after 30 years, whatever the fuck, however long I've been playing games for, it's just getting tiring. You know, I want a new experience, I want to try something different, I want to experience new challenges for myself specifically. You know, these are just things I like to do. So, yeah. Not even, you know, in the whole of the fucking Borderlands, in terms of YouTube, in terms of all the millions of people who are watching Twitch and YouTube, not even one fucking person is in the chat. Well, you know, kiss my ass. Oh, there's still more complaints I have here in my notes. Oh yeah, there's only like a limited number of phrases per character that you play with. So like with Rafa, like he has specific phrases he says when, you know, like he shoots something or he does something, then he says something. So I think there's only like a couple, like a handful. Excuse me, I can't remember how many there are, but they're minimal. You know, like, why aren't there, in terms of these voice actors, I mean, you have 150 echoes with all these voice lines and all this voice acting. Why doesn't Rafa have multiple voice lines in terms of things that he does? Like when he jumps, when he shoots, when he kills an enemy, when he blows an enemy up. You know, when he's riding, you know, why doesn't he say random lines? Why can't this be implemented? Yeah, collecting capsules to get loot, and then you have to free a safe house. So there was one point where where you find a capsule and then you put that in the free house and then it spawns loot. But I picked that up and then you have to run with it, and then you have to you throw it down, kill all the enemies, go through the safe house, and then take that, throw it, and because of the verticality of the game now, because you can, you know, launch yourself up to different positions, it's fucking frustrating because you can't put that in your backpack or something like that. You have to carry it and you have to throw it down, kill the enemies, try find where you throw it, because when you throw it, it just fucking goes haywire. So you don't just drop it, you have to throw it. You know, that's retarded. What else is there? Yeah, So I had experiences playing when I reach certain like objectives or certain places of interest or certain things where you need to open up. So let's say like this. So here you can see there, X open. So I would get to a propaganda speaker and then I would run up to it and then it wouldn't say anything unless I got to a specific distance, which was a specific distance away from it, and then it would say hack or whatever, you know. So I would run up to this thing, to a propaganda speaker, and I wouldn't see the initial hack pop up, and then I'm like, this isn't working because I like, let's say it's this, and then I would run up to it and I'm like, okay, well, there's nothing here. How do I activate this? And I'm trying to activate the propaganda speaker and it's not fucking working. And then I would come to a certain distance, like let's say here, and then you could activate it. I mean, what is that shit? Yeah, I mean... And then nothing, yeah, nothing's located in the same place. So now I have to fast travel everywhere. Like, let's say here, I think this is where everything is. Moxie's bottom up. I think this is like your main base kind of a vibe after you finish the campaign. Why on my FPS? Why is my FPS dropping? What the fuck? Hold on. Enable preview. Yeah, so I mean, everything's separated. So you don't, you know, like if you don't know specifically where you're going for something, you're gonna like spend 5 minutes trying to fucking find out where something is.
I once saw her chase down a berserker and his friends because one of them knocked over her drink. That kitten's got claws, no doubt. But I'll always have a soft spot for her. She helped me find something.
Yeah, this game is okay.
Not that I'm too sentimental.
But the thing is, then what they'll do is they'll release a season pass, and then they'll have this event, and you have to pay extra money for that. And then at the end, it costs you like $250 for like Borderlands 3, like version 2. Kind of a vibe. This is fucked up, really. And people complained about Borderlands 3. Jesus, I don't know. Yeah, you know, I can't. I don't want to use the shield because I got a legendary. I mean, you know, why can't I buy this and extract things from this? Why don't you iterate on the game, on the guns? On the functionality of the guns, on the affixes. It's just like the same game. Why can't I upgrade guns? You know, like let's say I have this gun, whatever it is. Level 36. What level am I now? Fucking knows. Let's go to skills. Level? Where's my level? Oh, jeez. 37. Okay, I'm level 37. Why can't I take this gun and upgrade it to level 37? Why isn't that an option? And then the stats change somewhat. Why isn't this an option in the 5th game of the series? Borderlands was built on FPS, RPG, first-person shooter, looter shooter, in terms of like the gunplay and all these aspects of the affixes and different types of loot and weapons and stuff like that. You can, it's like the same, after 16 years, it's like the same game. A little bit different, but basically the same. Oh my god. So fucking irritating. Can't believe I wasted all my money on this shit. I mean, you know, going through the lore and going through the campaign and the story and that and understanding that is cool and fun, but I mean, the main aspect of the game is the gameplay. This is fucking retarded. Somebody say something. Yeah, let's use this one. Yeah, that one's cool. This one's cool. That one's cool. You know, but I mean, I don't even know if I want to fucking carry on playing. You know, there's no explanations in terms of, you know, like, do I just go now and just do all the side missions? Where's, you know, like in Borderlands 3, like you had this wild card and then you did specific events or whatever it was, and then you unlocked loot and you unlocked cosmetics and all of that. Where the fuck is that shit? I mean, that Borderlands 3 should be standard issue, and then you build from that. You expand on what that is. They don't even have some of those mechanics in this game. It's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Oh, this is so fucking retarded. Yeah, so that's this game. That's my impression of this or whatever. We can play some. I don't know. You know, I mean, because no one's even fucking watching, so. And then they have the CEO makes like weird comments on Twitter, on X, whatever you want to call it. He's like, digging himself into a hole. Actual fans of the franchise expect, you know, like something, you know, mint and polished, and this is just like a base version of Borderlands 3 and with some added extra mechanics and shit. Don't tell me it's not. I've played these games. I've played them all. Played all the characters, got to the end game with all the characters, all the games. Played them all. You know, it doesn't... missions. Let's go to missions. Contracts. Wild Horns. Track mission. Let's have a look on the map now how far away this is. It doesn't even tell you. What the fuck, dude? And now the thing is, obviously I don't, you know, it's like because I love Souls games as well. You know, like Elden Ring. Lords of the Fallen is actually my favorite Souls game. I've played the shit out of that game. I think I got like 400 or 500 hours in that game. Love that game. In terms of the new version, I really think they did an amazing job, and I can't wait for the next Lords of the Fallen. And that game is cool in terms of, you know, not knowing what to do. You know, you just figure it out and you play through the game. That's fine. But in terms of this, where they give you all this bullshit to like try and figure out, and then there's just no explanation or no nothing, it's even more confusing. Rather leave it out and let us roam through the world, and then we figure it out by ourselves, instead of saying, okay, why should I go and do this mission? XP and dollars. Why? Why must I come here? XP and money. Weekly activities. How do I do these? Set pin. Select. A. Begin mission. See, what does this mean? Starting a wildcard mission will require a level load. Would you like to continue? What does that mean? What the fuck does a level load mean? Does that mean it goes up? I mean, you can extrapolate and assume that the monster levels will go up, but to what degree, you know? Like, in Borderlands 3, you could say, you go to the ship and then you would say, whatever it was, hectic level 1, hectic level 2, hectic level 3. I can't remember the specific names, you know. I forget these things. I'm old and grey and wrinkly, you know. I'm like 5 million years old, so I can't remember. But this is just bullshit. I can't select this. I can't select this. Select. Why can't I select this? Very, very hard. Select. A. Y. Set pin. Okay, that just sets a pin outside the... Tricky. Deflect to normal. Yeah, wildcard mission. Let's do. Continue. Okay. Load level. Fine. Let's do this shit. I mean, really?
The Dominion we created was...
What is going on with my FPS?
Severity is all that's left. Every day we took a walk together, the Timekeeper and I. Tens of thousands of them along the lattice atop the Ascension. Dominion seemed so serene, so peaceful.
What the fuck is going on here?
Myself, I suppose. The seductions of beauty.
No, dude. No, dude. What's going on with my FPS here?
Gossiping about the rise of unbolted citizens will be taken on a night tour of the nearest restricted zone.
Where's contact? Going now!
There's something wrong with my FPS now. Fix your fucking game, Gearbox. Yes, I can't believe this shit, really.
Make room for the fool!
Really? How many FPS am I getting here? 60? 50? I haven't done anything. I haven't changed anything. Now it's just fucking dropped. Holy. Can't play when FPS is shit like this, really. Oh, die, fuckface. No, bro, what's going on with my FPS now? What the fuck? Dude. 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 No, dude. No, 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 no. No, what the fuck, dude? Well, no one's watching anyway, so I'm gonna restart my PC. I'm gonna play some Space Marines, some Warhammer Space Marines, because this is a fucking joke, actually. So, yeah.